What's up, Jay?
This for my city, this for my city, this for the town, this for the town, this for the win, this for the win, this for the crown, this for the crown, this for my homies and brothers, they know that I love them, I got them, I'm holding it down. Shorty, you pretty, you gun in my city, I promise, I'll show you around. This for my city, 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 this for my homies and brothers, they know that I love them, I got them, I'm holding it down. Shorty, you pretty, you gun in my city, I promise, I'll show you around. This for my city, you know how we on it, they know how we coming. Visit my city, we thank you for coming. We party at night and go home in the morning. Shorty is watching, she know that I want her. Tell me your price, she want me to spoil her. She don't like rappers, she only ballers. This
2K25, all new season, 2K TV.
NBA.
Shorty, you pretty, you gun in my city, I promise
We're back to bring you another fun-packed season of NBA 2K TV.
Yes, we have so much planned this season. You'll want to check in here for game updates and tips. And of course, this is where we highlight you, the NBA 2K community.
But today, it's all about exploring what's new in NBA 2K25. We've been talking to the...
This is for Ricky. Soon as you step in the city, you notice who reppin' the city. Stay in my city. Never do play with my city, cause that ain't okay in my city. Flying, babies is mothers is crying. Pray for my city. Look how we move, standing on business. All of these shoes, you never gon' miss us. Riding farms with that if I like her, I'm probably gon' this for the city, this for the ones that ain't make it. Screaming out, we made it. Feel we the greatest. Show 'em we nothing to play with and give them a reason to hate it. This for my city, this for my city, this for the town, this for the town, this for the win, this for the win, this for the crown, this for the crown, this for my homies and brothers, they know that I love them.
And a peek into the locker room. Players soaking in the last few moments before the game. Some final preparations here. A great way to finish the week strong. Friday afternoon, live on 2K Sports. In this game, we'll see the Orlando Magic going up against the LA Clippers right here in Los Angeles. Alongside Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg, I'm Brian Anderson. We'll talk to Allie LaForce, who's on the sidelines as well. I'll look at Orlando's opening lineup. Wagner and Banchero, the talented forward pair. The backcourt is Suggs and Caldwell-Pope, and it's Carter in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for Los Angeles, Harden runs point with man at the 2. Kawhi and Zubats make up the front court, and it's Jones in at the 3. And Clark, for these two teams, a lot of their action runs through the front court.
You're exactly right, BA, and I think that's where the game's going to... ultimately be decided. I mean, we have to see which set of these bigs is going to impose their will, not just offensively, but defensively too.
Now here's Harden. Zubats with a screen on Suggs. Harden from outside. Caldwell Pope pulls it in. The three from Suggs. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Now here's Harden. Zubats against Carter. Leonard for three. It's rebounded by Wagner. And here's Wagner. He'll bring it up for Orlando. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Tyronn Lue gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. He said watching tape in preparation for this game, Wendell Carter just kept showing up. Whether it was on the boards, being in the right position defensively, or even stretching the floor at the offensive end. Carter makes a lot of plays that help his team. Brian?
Okay, thanks, Allie. Now here's Harden. Zubats with a screen on Suggs. Leonard on the wing. Six on the shot clock. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Obviously, everyone knows about the defense of Kawhi Leonard, but Grant, his shooting is overlooked.
Yeah, you know, he's at about 40% from three for his career. You combine that with his wing defense, you get a one-of-one player capable of carrying a team.
First one falls for him.
You know, when you talk Kawhi Leonard, you start with his defense, and I don't know if there's a better wing defender around.
No good on the second free throw. And the Magic surprising many league-wide, Clark, with how they've broken through.
And the way they're winning, I might add. I mean, rugged physical defense is their identity and calling card. Not necessarily what you expect to see from a young team, B.A.
And so here are the Clippers, following the bucket by the Magic. Three-pointer, Harden. And the Clippers miss again.
Surprising to see him miss here, but they'll be happy with that shot in most possessions.
Here's Caldwell Pope. Pass to Carter. The rebound by Mann. Los Angeles has gone 0 for 3 from downtown. They get it back from behind the arc. That's good from Jones. And the assist by Leonard.
That time you saw how Leonard surveyed the floor and found the guy with the best look.
Up top, Banchero shoots. It's rebounded by Zubats.
Boy, he's got to be disappointed in the result there. I mean, the defender really didn't make any impact at all.
Here's Leonard. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. Orlando leading. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Pass to Carter. And he can't get that one. Great D that time from Mann. The Clippers have gone only 1 of 6 so far. Harden misses. The Magic have gone 2 of 6 to open up this game. Oh, Banchero throws it down.
And this is why you must push Banchero out of the paint, or else he'll slam it all over you.
Leonard outside. Back to Harden. Jones sets a screen. Three-pointer. And that one's good. Harden for 3. And that ties it up.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Now here's Suggs. Still without a bucket. Banchero no good. Los Angeles has gone just 2 for 6 from the arc here in the first. Leonard for 3. Orlando grabs the miss. Suggs surveys the D. Pass to Wagner.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
And the layup is good.
Good work by Wagner there, taking advantage of a point-blank opportunity.
And so it's Harden with it. He brings it up for the Clippers. Trailing by 2. Leonard for 3. It's rebounded by Wagner.
He hasn't been able to find his touch this quarter.
To me, it appears he's starting to lose his composure a little bit. We'll see if he can regroup and get back into a better rhythm.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, guys, a lot of new developments for the Clippers this season, and obviously they have the new arena, new designs for their logo, jerseys, and court. But not only that, their G League team moving into a brand new arena in Oceanside, renewing the San Diego Clippers moniker. Brian, a lot to be excited about for this Clips team.
No question. Good stuff, Allie. Thank you. Now here's Suggs. Harden with the defensive effort. On the wing man. He's covered by Caldwell Pope, and it's slammed in by Zubac.
Come on now, guys. That's flat out insane.
Hey, when's the last time you saw a jam like that?
And guys, it's going to be a long time before we see another one just like that.
Orlando's gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Banchero outside. Back to Wagner. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play. Grant, you look at the development path of Franz Wagner. Not surprising he had an easier transition to the NBA.
Well, think about this, BA. I mean, he played against men very early in Germany, splitting time in Euroball, and at Michigan let him really develop in multiple ways. So he's seen it all and is still so young.
No denying the future is certainly bright for Wagner. He's a superb scorer already who also is growing as a passer.
Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Leonard for 3. Orlando with the rebound. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. From 7 feet. And he tries it off the glass, but it's no good. Clippers trail by 3. Tries the 9-footer. It's good.
This jumper from Kawhi is pure. Once he gets his feet under him, the rest is easy.
Pass to Banchero. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Orlando ahead, leading by a point. And we'll be back with you shortly. And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Orlando.
Everything working for them inside so far, guys. Tons of high-quality shots that they're knocking down inside.
And I just love playing on teams like this, passing teams. You can tell they really like playing with each other, and hopefully they keep this up.
The Magic shooting 36% for the game. Not great. All right, this is how the floor looks for the Magic starting the second. We've got Banchero, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope out there with Anthony. Then there's Wagner, and it's Harris in at the 3 slot. Misses the wing 3. The Clippers trail. Pass to Powell. Leonard with a screen on Caldwell-Pope. Back to Leonard. Porter with it. The 3. It's rebounded by Banchero. It's so interesting, Grant. Younger fans may not realize the Clippers had a lot of rough seasons early on.
Well, you know, B.A., that's one way to put it. You know, in their first 27 years in L.A., they only made the playoffs 4 times. But things have definitely changed. Owners have changed. And now they're postseason regulars in the league.
Here's Anthony. The Clippers getting their last shot to go. Outside Porter. Gets it to go. That makes him 2 for 3 in this game.
Capping off the drive through the bump, Porter Jr. holding steady.
Now Caldwell Pope. 5 points in the game. Anthony outside. And another miss by Orlando. Los Angeles leading by 3. Porter looks it over. He got a piece of it. Powell against Caldwell Pope. Banchero outside. Harris finds Banchero. Oh, solid D from Leonard.
Yeah, he just flat out tricked that one, missed it, and has no one to blame but himself.
Missed inside. Magic trail by 3. Pass to Anthony. 11 feet out. Rebounded by Kawhi Leonard. Leonard's got his 5th rebound in this one. Powell outside. And here is Bamba. Outside Porter. Here's Mann. Now here's Bamba. He's guarded by Anthony. Offensive rebound. Leonard for 3. And that 3 is knocked down by Kawhi.
Claw getting rid of it in a hurry. Nice quick release that time.
The Magic have gone 0 for 6 in the second. Not looking good. And we've got a timeout from Jamal Mosley. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. All right, on the line, we've got our insider, Shams Charania. What do you have for us, Shams?
Thanks. Many consider this summer to be the most challenging field in the history of international basketball. Nevertheless, Team USA got it done in Paris. It's not getting any easier, but the star power of the U.S. men's team shined bright in the City of Lights. Guys, a classic ending for a stacked U.S. roster.
What a performance. Shams Charania with the report. Thanks, Shams. James Harden, he's checked in for Porter Jr.
Substitution on the court.
Three minutes of action thus far in the second. Pass to Caldwell Pope. Wagner outside. Now Caldwell Pope. Carter, a screen on Powell. Caldwell Pope for 3. Gets the 3 to fall. Caldwell Pope's got 8 points.
He's a go-to guy for them because he's that consistent. Time and time again, he delivers.
You know, Clark, something Kentavious Caldwell Pope brings, that championship experience.
And every championship team has a guy like KCP, a guy who can make shots, who's always there, ultra reliable, plays both ends, doesn't step out of his role, and all he does is help you win championships. I love watching guys like that contribute in a meaningful way to championship teams. And he's a fun guy to watch because he does his job at a high level pretty much every night.
Los Angeles leading by 3. Man with it. Caldwell Pope covering. And the dunk by Leonard.
Explosive move by Kawhi at the rim. The defense had no answer there.
Suggs outside. Pass to Caldwell Pope. Banchero outside. And once again, off the mark by Orlando. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. Powell's shot is off.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Now here's Suggs. Back to Caldwell Pope. Carter inside. He's guarded by man. And so it's Harden with it. He brings it up for Los Angeles. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Well, Paolo Banchero grew up in Seattle playing pros every summer, and that gave him a huge leg up in the NBA. He said, quote, "They'd always tell me it's not as hard as you think. You just have to be focused and locked in." That's what led to me having that demeanor. Brian?
The 2023 Rookie of the Year, Allie. He hit the ground running. Now here's Wagner. He's got 5. Powell outside. Outside man. 36 seconds left to play in the first half of basketball.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself.
Suggs, the pass to Banchero. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Bamba's got 5 rebounds tonight. Pass to Leonard. Fires for 3. Again, the miss by Leonard. Banchero left side. Launches it. At the arc. Banchero finds his mark.
Impressive offensive versatility for a big. He can show you a variety of looks.
And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. Clippers ahead, up 2. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drums. They're measuring up the shot. You were so close. Give it up for the participants.
And if you're just joining us, we played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Orlando trailing here. Harden runs point with man at the 2. Kawhi and Zubats make up the front court. And it's Jones in at the 3, a small forward. That's the group starting the second half for Ty Lue. Carter. That misses. Had a chance to tie it. And for Los Angeles, they're shooting only 29% in this one. Not great. Well, after a decade of uncertainty, Magic fans now have a lot to cheer about.
This is the most optimism they've had around the team since the Dwight Howard era. And it centers around their young star, Paolo Banchero. He is going to be a force for a very long time.
Now here's Wagner. 5 points in the game. Suggs, no good. Leonard outside. Caldwell Pope pulls it in. Caldwell Pope's got 6 rebounds in the game. Wagner outside. Pass to Banchero. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Banchero's got 7 points.
He can play big and tough. I mean, Banchero bangs his way in.
Here's Harden. Jones sets a screen. And once again, off the mark by Los Angeles. Suggs outside. Back to Wagner. For the lead. It's rebounded by Zubats. Zubats has got 5 rebounds tonight. Suggs against Harden. Outside Jones. Back to Harden. Jacks up a 3. Orlando with the rebound. Caldwell Pope's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Pass to Banchero. Carter, a screen on Leonard. And it's Wagner missing. For Los Angeles, they've gone 0 for 4. Not the way they want to start the second half. Jones misses. And Suggs has got the ball here for the Orlando Magic. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. Here's Caldwell Pope. And that misses. That would have put him up.
You know, you don't always get that opportunity, so those are the ones you hate to miss.
Here's Harden. Can't get it to drop. Nice D from Wagner. The Magic have gone only 1 for 6 here in the second half. Outside, Caldwell Pope. Banchero the screen for the lead. Caldwell Pope's shot is off.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Pass to Jones. Back to Harden. Clock at 6 to stop the drought. That's good from Jones. And the assist by Harden. Jones has got 6.
Tell you what, that's one of the things I love about Harden's game. I mean, he's a dime dropper elite.
And we've got a timeout from Jamal Mosley. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Powell, he's checked in for Los Angeles.
Number 24, Norman Powell.
A little under 3.5 minutes off the clock now in the third quarter. And here's Wagner. 5 points in the game. Banchero with a screen on Powell. Here's Caldwell Pope. It's rebounded by Zubats. The Clippers lead by 3. Leonard for 3. Orlando with the rebound. Wagner's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Pass to Caldwell Pope. Harden against Suggs. The 3 from Banchero. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Leonard for 3. They get the rebound. For 3. On target from range. Man's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Too much space on the perimeter. There needs to be a little more energy from the defense.
Carter, a screen on Powell. Here's Caldwell Pope. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Caldwell Pope's got 10 points in the game.
Can't allow any separation off the screen. Caldwell Pope, very good at taking advantage of any space you give him.
And timeout called by Ty Lue. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here.
Adjustments are a part of every game and every quarter of a game. I think Coach sees something here.
And you know what? We'll see what changes he makes coming out of this timeout.
The Clippers making a switch here. Batum's checked in. Powell outside. Pass to Harden from the arc. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
You kind of wonder where his head's at. The shot selection hasn't been there, and of course that one was just crazy.
Anthony with it. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Just 5 to shoot. Banchero the screen. The 3-ball. Powell pulls it in. Powell's got 4 rebounds in the game. Outside man. Powell against Harris. On the wing man. Outside for Harden. There's the triple. He drops it from range. Harden's got 6 points.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Banchero outside. Puts up a 3. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And so it's Los Angeles closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. The flow of the game has favored them in general. But hey, the tide can shift. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
You talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Fourth quarter on the court for the Magic. Wagner is out there with Jonathan Isaac. Then it's Gary Harris. Then there's Anthony. And it's Ben Carroll in at the small forward. And it's slammed in by Zubats.
Oh, nothing soft about that.
Was not going to be denied. Just took the dunk that was right in front of him.
Well, you know, if nobody's going to put a body on him, then that's going to be the result.
Now here's Anthony. He buries it from three.
When it comes to solid three-point shooting, Anthony makes them when they count the most.
Porter, the pass to Zubats. Powell outside. Porter from outside. It doesn't go for him. Magic trail by 6. Harris outside. And he lays it up and in. Harris has got his first points of the game.
That's inexcusable letting Harris hurt you from there. I mean, you got to keep this guy out of the paint.
Leonard looking around. Porter from outside. It's rebounded by Wagner. And for the Magic, they're shooting a low 26% from the field. The open shot, Isaac. The Clippers grab the miss. Powell's got 5 rebounds tonight. Outside Porter. Pass to Mann. Outside Porter. Zubats with a screen on Harris. Count it.
Kevin Porter Jr.
Here's Anthony. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. Wagner for 3. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Powell finds Porter. Anthony against Powell. Zubats, a screen. Mann. Three-pointer off the mark. And it's Anthony with the ball for the Magic. 6-point game. Harris's shot is good.
Having a scorer's mindset, but Anthony also has to keep others involved. That's a really good pass there.
And Ty Lue has called a timeout. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now.
Time for t-shirts. Come on now. Let's get wild. You know what time it is. T-shirt time. It's t-shirt time, fans. Who wants one? Come on, let's hear it.
Harden, he's checked in for Porter Jr. Wendell Carter, he's checked in for Orlando. Franz Wagner comes in for Isaac. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
During that last break, Coach Tyronn Lue had some advice for the team. Coach cautioned his team against feeling comfortable. He said the moment we take our foot off the gas, they're back in it. Let's push through the finish line. Brian?
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. Magic on D. Trailing by 4. Three-pointer, Harden. Drains the triple.
And we know Harden is a laser now. He has confidence in that long ball. The defense has got to get on him.
Anthony, the pass to Banchero. Out to Harris. Fires the three. And it's Harden who pulls down the rebound. Harden's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Leonard. Here's Mann. Second chance shot. Out to Leonard. They get it back. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. That's on Wendell Carter. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for the Clippers.
What a performance from beyond the arc in this game. They stuck to their guns, and it's paid off all game.
Yeah, you know, the defense just hasn't been able to keep up with them in this one. The transition game, as a result of good defense, has been very strong.
The first one falls. Jones, he's checked in for Los Angeles. And Zubac drops them both. Magic trail by 9. Anthony feeling it out a bit. Pass to Banchero. Another shot. Oh, solid D from Leonard. Los Angeles has gone 1 for 5 shooting from the arc here in the 4th. Anthony against Harden. Leonard outside. Fires the 3. Orlando with the rebound. Carter's got his 4th rebound in this one. They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Anthony finds Banchero. Over Leonard. Orlando again missing.
Unnecessary to go to the fadeaway there. It wasn't needed. Could have just kept it simple and taken the easy shot.
Magic trail by 9. Anthony outside. To the middle. Goes up from the block. And no good, trying to use the glass.
He's trying to find his shot, but at some point you have to start making these.
Leonard for 3. It's rebounded by Wagner. Wagner's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Banchero outside. To end the drought. That one is off. Oh, solid D from Leonard. Los Angeles leading by 9. A little mid-range shot is up. Orlando with the rebound. Now here's Anthony. Here's Banchero. For 3, here's Harris. Rebounded by Kawhi Leonard. And they're so close to putting this game away.
Yeah, B.A., you don't have to do anything crazy. Just run the clock and don't turn it over.
3-pointer, Harden. The rebound by Carter. Orlando with the ball. 9-point game. There's 31 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Orlando again missing. And it's Powell with the ball for the LA Clippers. 20 seconds left in the 4th. To the inside. Jones. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
Their home crowd has energized them all game. Now they're closing it out.
And I think they can start that celebration right now. I mean, what a terrific team victory.
So no problem for the Clippers as they get the win. A competitive game. You have to feel like this crowd gave him a little extra edge.
Yeah, they really fed off the energy. You saw their activity level go up. Just a tremendous performance.
All right, let's go courtside to Allie LaForce with our player of the game. Allie, it's all yours.
Thank you. Kawhi, you guys really turned it on down the stretch. What was the difference late in the game?
You started to play defense and execute on the offensive end, and we finally started to knock down shots.
That'll do it.
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.
Over the summer and getting all of the details.
There's so much to cover, from gameplay features to modes. How about we stop talking and we jump?
I'm tired of buying jewelry, finna buy some land. And still trying to figure out who I am, who I be.
NBA 2K25 is
Here in the hoops heartland of Indiana, I'm Blake Suniga, and joining me are Brian Banafitemi and Tim Swartz. Thanks for tuning in. Now a chance to check out our starting lineups.
And we've watched this three-point revolution over the last half-decade or so. Do you think we've reached our peak here?
I think so, Blake. I mean, when you look at the numbers, three-point attempts have been about the same since 2020.
And, you know, part of that, I think, defenses have really adjusted. They've done a nice job guarding the three-point line, so it's a little bit harder to get clean three-point looks.
Mitchell outside. Pass to Smith. Mitchell. Caitlin Clark with the three. The rebound by Harris.
Even without that 3-ball dropping for her, the defense should have done way more on that last play.
Yeah, I mean, the D's got to be better as a coach. You can't stand seeing her having that much space to get her shot off.
Now here's Clark. It's not going to go for her. Now Harris. Pass to Bonner. Fires for 3. 1 up, 1 down. She makes her first shot in this game.
From beyond the arc, DeWanna Bonner can be very consistent. She makes those long-range shots look easier than they appear.
She's been in this league for a decade and a half now, but DeWanna Bonner is still going strong.
Yeah, that's maybe her greatest attribute, her consistency of excellence. She can do a lot of things at a high level, and you always love to see her activity level at both ends. She's a coach's dream.
She can't hit that time. Great defense that time from Katie Lou. Here's Clark. The shot is good on the assist from Katie Lou Samuelson.
Great ball movement to the open player. Samuelson with her head on a swivel.
A little over a minute and a half into this first quarter. And here's Harris. For 3. Comes out of the gate empty.
Hard to figure out why she didn't bury that one. Not a defender near her.
Pass to Smith. Back to Mitchell. Clark, 3-pointer. And Jones pulls it down. Now here's Harris. Now here's Carrington. And here's Harris. Clock at 6. Pass to Bonner. Launches it. And Clark pulls it down. Mitchell outside. Just over 2.5 minutes played here in the first quarter. Clark outside. The 3 is up. Drills it from outside.
When she has the ball, Mitchell is always looking to find an open teammate. Head on a swivel.
The Sun trailing. DeWanna Bonner drives in. The Fever pull it in. Mitchell outside. Smith. Back to Mitchell. Out to the right wing. And again, it's Indiana converting. First quarter of action and just under 3.5 minutes played. And for the Connecticut Sun, their first year in the W was in 1999. They're still searching for that first title.
Connecticut has been so close, falling in the finals 4 times. A couple of those losses in heartbreaking fashion. Sun fans are very hungry for that banner.
Now here's Mitchell. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for her. From outside, off the mark. And here the Sun, trailing by 2. The shot's good by Thomas.
Well, the paint is Thomas's bread and butter because she is very confident in her ability to score inside.
Smith outside. Back to Mitchell. Pass to Clark. Pulls up on the wing. It's rebounded by DeWanna Bonner. Now Harris. Carrington with the ball. Here's Harris. Puts up a 3. It's hauled in by Boston.
Very close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Not a great habit to get into, letting her get that wide open.
Now here's Clark. She's got 7. Again, the miss by the Fever. Pass to Thomas. Over Smith. And it's off the back of the rim. No good. Now Clark. Back to Mitchell. Here's the three. Hits the three-point bomb.
That play shows you that Mitchell doesn't have to be ball dominant to be effective. She can just catch and shoot.
Bonner with it. Let's go with a three. And again, Connecticut no good.
You know, she's disappeared this quarter, not making a mark at all with her offense.
And you know she'll be happy to get this period over and done with and just start fresh.
Clark outside. The three from Kelsey Mitchell. And another three for Indiana. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Fever ahead, leading by 6. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And what stands out to you from the Fever in this one?
Simple. Defense, defense, defense so far, and they have really clamped up.
Say it one more time, Tim. Defense?
Defense.
Every shooter that challenges their defense has had a hand in their face.
And so here's Connecticut. 6-point game. Out to the left wing. It's Burton. She's covered by Clark. Hits it from three-point range.
Her three-point shot will take her far. Mabry is a great long-range option, capable of knocking down from deep.
A late second-round pick in 2019, Marina Mabry sure has carved out a nice role for herself over time.
Well, she never gave up on herself despite slipping far in the draft. She continued to work on her game and has proven how multi-talented a player she is. Her story is definitely inspirational.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Fever will retain possession.
And the fans love seeing incredible moments on defense like that block right there.
She's all over that shot. Had it read the whole way and gets the position she needs to make the play.
So both teams making some changes here. Here's Mitchell. She has 6. No good on the quick three. Outside Mabry. Out to the wing. Pass to Nelson Adota. Now here's Mabry. From outside the arc. And Samuelson pulls it down.
I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Looked good here, too. I'm as shocked as you.
Here's Mitchell. The Sun pull it in. Here's Harris. No scoring yet from her, but that's likely to change. Misses from short range. The Fever with the lead. Mitchell, right side. Pass to Clark. Lets the three fly.
Rebounded by Mabry.
Now here's Harris. D right on her. Bonner left side. Now Burton. Harris with it. Takes the three. There we go. Now in the scoring column with that make. She is 1 for 4.
I love the poise and confidence Harris plays with. She doesn't hesitate on catch and shoot opportunities.
Now here's Mitchell. She's got 6. Shot to end the cold run. Indiana again missing. A basket here gets them back in front.
And it's been a pretty long time coming.
There's a screen. Here's Harris. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket. Pass to Clark. For 3. Burton with the rebound.
She keeps trying to force it up when she's guarded, and she's just getting brick after brick. Here's my suggestion. Move the ball around.
And the 2024 rookie class, absolutely loaded. But what is your favorite pick from that draft?
I'm going second overall with Cameron Brink. She's just a force, an elite shot blocker, maybe one of the best shot blockers in the league from day one. That defense is special. Plus, she's got a great offensive game.
And I'm going with the easy answer, Caitlin Clark. Her presence is already changing this league, both on and off the floor.
Caitlin Clark outside. They get the rebound. Pass to Fagbenle. Mitchell outside. Again, the miss by the Fever. Marina Mabry on the wing. She's covered by Clark. Jones can't hit.
Those chances, usually they're 2 points for her. The D, I guess, did just enough to bother her.
Mitchell, shot's good.
And that's pretty much an unguardable move from Mitchell. So skilled and composed with the ball in her hands.
The Sun trailing.
Timeout called, the Sun. And it's been a rough few years for Indiana. They haven't been to the playoffs since 2016.
Single-digit wins in 5 of the last 7 seasons. But the good news is the Fever have loads of young talent. Starting with Caitlin Clark and Aaliyah Boston, they have arguably the best young core in the W.
Now Burton. Quiet so far offensively, searching for first points of the game. Pass to Harris. From 18 feet away. Rebounded by the Fever.
Well, she's a player who, with a wide open look, will rarely miss.
Dantas. And Jones pulls it down. And here's Connecticut. They've only given up 2 points this quarter. It's Marina Mabry with the drive. Aaliyah Boston with some nice defense there. So it's Indiana now. And here's Clark. 7 points in the game. Pass to Samuelson. Down low. Dantas outside. No good from outside.
They got lucky. They got lucky. And the defense is taking a big chance, leaving her open behind the arc. And I'm not sure I'm okay with that game plan.
Marina Mabry for 3. And out of bounds, the Fever will take it. Indiana with the ball. Now here's Mitchell. She's got 8. Clark lets it go from the wing. Alyssa Thomas with the rebound.
She has slipped into a real funk here.
definitely. The basket is not looking very big to her at this point.
Burton can't hit. Mitchell with it. Clark outside. Screen by Smith. And the three off target.
I'm not sure why she keeps trying her luck from deep. It's just not working for her.
Pass to Thomas. And here's Burton. Back to Thomas. To stop the drought. Oh, no good trying to beat the buzzer. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Fever ahead, up by 2. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway. We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half to get underway. One of the stories here, Mitchell getting it done today.
It's amazing to watch. She spoils us with her performances game in, game out. And so far, another big scoring night for her.
And oftentimes when she puts up that many points in the first half, she follows it up with an even better second half. So we'll see if that happens again here.
And it's been a back and forth game with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter getting started here.
And no doubt, the leader of this Sun team, the versatile vet, Alyssa Thomas.
Yeah, she got drafted by Connecticut back in 2014 and has spent her entire career with the Sun. Last year, finished second in MVP voting, led the league in total assists and rebounding, which is just something you never see.
No one covering.
One of the purest strokes in the game. Samuelson, a feared player from beyond the arc.
Now here's Harris. She's covered by Clark. They get it again. Pass to Jones.
Now Carrington.
And again, Connecticut no good. Second half rolling along, about a minute played here. Caitlin Clark outside. And another three for Indiana.
I mean, that shot just becomes effortless for her when the defense is so relaxed like that.
Some tough offensive sets, and they really want to turn it around.
They got to lock in and need a basket just to regain some momentum.
Jones misses.
Terrific job defending the basket that time. It's not an easy task stopping her when she's headed to the rim.
Clark outside.
Boston sets a screen.
And a shot by Clark, no good. Connecticut trailing. Here's Harris. Back to Bonner. This one for three. And again, Connecticut no good.
You can't get into much better position for the three-pointer. Just didn't get it to fall.
Mitchell outside.
Pass to Boston.
Shoots over Harris.
Boston with the bucket.
Well, she's a modern point guard. Mitchell has range, a great shot, handles, and of course, the ability to drop dimes.
Timeout called the Sun. Drafted back in 2018, Kelsey Mitchell has spent her entire career with Indiana.
Yeah, and the Fever have yet to make the playoffs with her on the team. It's made Kelsey really overlooked. Quietly, she's carried their offense over the years, put up big numbers, and was an all-star in 2023.
To the left wing. Now here's Harris. Defense is right there. Now Carrington. And again, no good by Connecticut. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Back to Mitchell. The tray. The Sun pull it in. Pass to Harris. Here's Bonner to halt the run. Good on the triple.
The scouting report on Bonner is probably play off a bit, but when in rhythm, she is better as a shooter.
Clark outside. Mitchell with it. There's the three. Yes, what an assist from Caitlin Clark.
Oh, some quick retaliation right there, huh, guys?
Yeah, it sure didn't take them long to go and get those 3 points back.
Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Here's Carrington. It's hauled in by Boston. And here's Indiana. 10-point lead. This is their biggest lead. Pass to Smith. Clark. Back to Smith. Mitchell outside.
Well, when you look at that 2024 WNBA draft, by far the most watched in league history, and arguably the most talent we've ever seen in a draft as well.
Well, the previous draft high was just about 600,000 viewers. This last one had 2.4 million, shattering the 20-year-old record.
And really, to me, the most exciting part of the WNBA right now, it's all the new viewers tuning in. It's just incredible.
Now here's Mitchell. Over to the left wing. Caitlin Clark with room. She can't get it to go. And here's Carrington. Pass to Thomas. To the right side. Just 5 to shoot. Now here's Harris. She's covered by Clark. And it's going to be a 24-second violation. They'll turn it over.
Substitution on the court.
Here's the Fever with the ball. Since the second half started, they've only given up 3 points. Launches a three. And Jones pulls it down. Thomas with the ball. And Clark picks her up defensively. Outside Mabry. They need this. Kept alive. And a foul called on the shot. Got her on the way up that time, so she'll shoot 2.
Well, the defense is right there, but Carrington does not hold back. And that commitment is what gets her the foul.
And this is her first free throw of the game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls.
And when it comes to San Diego native Dejanay Carrington, a word you hear a lot when her teammates describe her is effort.
You're not going to find too many players who work harder than she does. Whether it's on defense or in the offseason or in practice, she is always trying to improve.
Both good at the line.
And guys, we've heard so much about Caitlin Clark, but Brian, why don't you give a scouting report to those who haven't gotten a chance to see her play?
Well, she's an incredible passer. She's got limitless range, and I think she's underrated as a defender. For the Fever, we're talking about a franchise player to build around.
Soft touch off the glass.
Look at Carrington using her agility inside and using it to get to a point-blank shot.
Caitlin Clark outside. Doesn't get it to drop for her. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Fever ahead, up 6. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the 4th quarter of action when we return. We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the 4th quarter. Here's Clark. Pass to Boston. Back to Clark. And the foul on Harris. That is her first foul of the game.
First team foul.
And here's Kelsey Mitchell for 3. Burton with the rebound.
Talk about hurting your team. She just can't get anything to fall out there.
And Clark pulls it down. The Fever leading. Shoots the 3. Rebounded by the Sun.
The defense has nothing to worry about out there with her shooting because she just can't dial it in from deep this half.
Now here's Mabry. Terrific assist and a nice finish. Just a solid play all around.
You know, I like it when Mabry looks to share the ball. It helps with this team's chemistry.
Clark outside. Mitchell outside from downtown.
And Samuelson is going to pick up the foul.
That's her first foul.
It has been a three-point barrage for them since halftime.
Yeah, I don't know if it's been by design or by accident, but either way, it's been impressive.
Maybe the coach just went up to the locker room chalkboard and just put a number 3 out there.
Pass to Nelson Adota. Now Mabry fires the 3. And Clark pulls it down.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Lucky she was off.
I just hope that was a mistake by the D, because if that's how they plan to guard her, they're going to have serious problems.
Drains the 3-pointer.
Of all the players you want to leave open out on the perimeter, she is the last person on the list.
Pass to Mabry. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the 4th. Offline from the high post.
That's one she knows she should have drained.
Back to Clark. Mitchell left side. Over Mabry. That's short off the rim.
You just assume she's going to knock those down when she's as open as she was there.
A touch under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the 4th. And she was camped there in the lane, and she gets the 3-second call.
Boneheaded play, guys. Plain and simple.
And mistakes like that are going to make it very hard for them to get out of this hole.
And that's part of the reason why they're in this hole.
Now a timeout called by Indiana.
And the Sun making a change here. So it's Indiana now. 10-point lead. This is their biggest lead. Mitchell outside. Screen by Smith. Jacks up a 3. And the rebound goes to the Sun. Now here's Carrington. Pass to Thomas. Bonner with it. The 3.
Offensive rebound.
Harris. Here's Harrington. Here's Bonner. She's guarded by Samuelson. Misses, and the dry spell continues. Now Clark, the 3-ball. Again, the miss by the Fever. And they're looking for some kind of spark here.
Yeah, cold stretch offensively. They need a bucket.
Thomas, she's guarded by Boston. Thomas outside. The 11-footer. That one wide left. And here is Samuelson. Pass to Clark. From the arc. And Jones pulls it down.
You don't want to give up that kind of look often.
They're very lucky they didn't get burned.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Now here's Carrington. Thomas a screen. Shot clock at 6. Harris with it. Kicks it out to Jones. Second shot opportunity. It's stolen by Kelsey Mitchell. Up top, Clark, covered by Carrington. Mitchell outside, takes the 3. Alyssa Thomas with the rebound.
Switching baskets must have really thrown her off because she can't get anything to fall this half.
To the inside. Samuelson with the steal. Here's Clark. Pass to Smith. Back to Clark. Mitchell out to the wing. And here's Alyssa Smith for 3. That's in there. Kelsey Mitchell with the assist.
And that's got to be the nail in the coffin.
I'd say so. They've done a great job of closing this one out, never backing off, even with the big lead.
Now here's Thomas. Got that one up quick. Here's Mitchell. And they are this close to putting it away.
Yeah, and they don't need to do anything special. Just take time off the clock. And most importantly, don't turn it over.
Yeah, don't pull a Tim. Here's Clark. The 3-pointer off the mark.
Their comeback hopes are out the window. I think it's safe to say.
Yeah, out the window, and the window has been closed. It's a done deal at this point.
Let's get home.
And so it's the Fever taking care of business in this one. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
And they put on a show here at home. I think they had and felt like they had the edge and that extra confidence.
So that's going to do it for this one, folks.